Howdy YouTube. So about, I would say a week ago, I made a post on Bowmar Bowhunting's Instagram asking ladies only for some questions regarding hunting, meat processing, the whole 9 yards. And Josh is not gonna chime in.
I might.
It's not supposed to, but it is just girls only right now. So let's go through these questions. So the biggest question that I got was regarding peeing while you're hunting, all day sits, that kind of thing. So ladies, yes, it sucks to be a female, especially when it's cold, when you have to pee, because men do not appreciate how lucky they have it when they have to pee. Bare butt, wind, everything else, it's a process, especially when every guy has to turn the other way, all that. So I have some tips for you ladies to lower your pee count when you're hunting. So tip number 1, I know it's kind of obvious, but limit the amount of liquid you're drinking before you go into the tree stand. I know that sucks, especially in the morning, especially if you're a coffee drinker. However, sometimes when you have to pee, you might ruin a hunt. So you might have to give up the coffee in order to have a better morning or a quieter morning, whatever the case may be. So if you need that caffeine spike, I have 2 tips for you. 1, caffeine pills. They are a godsend when it comes to hunting. 1 pill, the kind that I have, there's different kinds, but the kind that I use has 200 milligrams of caffeine, which is equivalent to about 2 cups of coffee, but without the liquid. So you get the caffeine without the liquid. It's a cleaner energy. And if you still want to have that taste or something in the morning, if you want to do a shot of energy, Mountain Ops has a really great product called Blaze, and we are not Mountain Ops affiliate brand ambassadors, anything like that. We love the owners, we love what they stand for, and you know what, if you're gonna get a 5-hour energy, you might as well support a company that actually supports hunters. Try the Mountain Ops Blaze. It'll also give you that clean energy without a ton of liquid. So that's,
that product actually is really, really good, and it's better than 5-hour energy.
Yeah.
And we're, again, not getting paid to endorse that product or any pretty much other products, but that we're going to mention. But the point is it's a good product. Support the hunting community and buy from them for sure.
You're welcome, Jordan. So tip number 2, if you're doing, if you're going out in the morning and then coming back to your vehicle or the house in the afternoon, then going out for an afternoon hunt, make sure you stop drinking liquid about an hour beforehand, but try to consume as much water as you can in that break. Have a half gallon or a gallon in the car. Drink as much liquid as you can, and then at night, again, the same thing, drink as much as you can in a condensed period of time. Try to stay hydrated as best you can, but limit that liquid before each hunt. So those are my tips. Alrighty, so next question is, what snacks do you bring in the woods? Great question. I'm the biggest snack eater in the world. Every person who's ever hunted with me can vouch for that. Yeah, love me some snacks. Keeps me focused, whatever. Snacks that I really like to take in the woods, I really like jawbreakers because they last a while and you don't have to like constantly, there's not a lot of movement with jawbreakers. However, with all snacks, make sure you de-wrap everything before you get into the woods because wrappers are super, super crunchy. So make sure you de-wrap everything and put them in, you know, your fanny pack or your pocket or whatever the case may be. So another snack that we love taking into the woods or the tree stand or the blind is rugged meat sticks. They're super high in protein, really delicious, and those you actually don't have to de-wrap because the wrappers are really quiet, so they're perfect for the tree stand. You can take, you know, 4 or 5 of them and you'll get a ton of protein out of them. They're delicious. They will keep you full so your tummy's not grumbling up there in the tree stand. A lot of camo questions and how to stay warm. So women in the hunting industry, we're growing at an accelerated rate, and don't worry, companies are taking notice, and we work with a company called Nomad, and they're coming out with an all-new line for women in 2017, which is fantastic because yes, you want functional stuff, but you also want to look good too, and that's their whole premise for the female line. So not only will we look good, ladies, the stuff will actually be form-fitting, and you won't have to buy a small in men's and then be swallowed in it or whatever the case may be. So they are coming out with more women's stuff. There's stuff on the website right now for women, but they are launching a bigger line for 2017. But their stuff keeps me So warm, it's unbelievable. And I cannot tell you how excited I am for that, because there's hardly anything worse than being cold when you're sitting outside, when you're hunting, when you're in the tree stand, or when you're in the blind. So Nomad stuff, absolutely incredible. When we were hunting in Nebraska a few weeks ago and in Kansas, it got to around, our coldest was like 27. I didn't even need a base layer at that temperature with the Nomad stuff, with their late season gear. I had the pants, I had the long sleeve, and then the late season jacket. I had the late season fuzzy face mask and the hat, and then obviously some gloves. But I was so warm. The only thing that really gets cold on me is my hands and my toes. So tips for staying warm for your feet: get some high quality boots, very well insulated, and get them about a half size bigger. That way you can use wool socks as well, and your feet won't lose circulation. That's half the time your feet aren't cold, they actually just don't even have any blood flow to them. So make sure your boots are about half a size bigger than what you normally would wear. Obviously not for hiking or spot and stalk or anything like that. Those boots need to be different, but at that point your feet probably aren't getting cold anyways. So if you're sitting, boots, make sure you get about half size bigger. Oh, Josh has brought up another point. Put deodorant on your feet. I know it sounds weird, but you do not want your feet to sweat. If they sweat when you're walking in and then you're sitting there, you will freeze. So make sure you're using deodorant on the soles of your feet and on the tops as well. That will usually help with the sweating. So wool socks, half a size bigger on the boots, the deodorant, and then invest in those hot hands. Sam's Club usually has, or Costco usually has, like really good deals on the hot hands. That way your hands stay warm as well. Just get some good gear. Nomad is incredible. You guys will not be disappointed. I know Josh can vouch for the men's side of Nomad stuff as well. So they're great. Camo, okay. The best safety harness. Do you think there's a significant difference in bows design?
Just get one that you'll actually put on every time. The Hunter Safety System has a great one. I use like something called a Gorilla one, but I
have the Tree Spider.
Yeah. So I mean, we all use different ones, but the thing about Hunter Safety Systems, you know, whatever you decide to use, it needs to be easy to get on, easy to get off, and be comfortable. Like if it's a pain in the neck to put on every single time you go hunting, odds are you're not going to put it on.
Yeah.
So make sure it's just easy to put on, easy to take off, and it doesn't get tangled, and odds are you'll probably wear it every time.
Yeah. 1 in 3 hunters falls, so make sure you have your safety harness on. They might be uncomfortable, but being paralyzed would be a lot more uncomfortable. So make sure you've got that. Ooh, this is a good one. What's one thing you wish you would have known, or any advice for someone just starting or learning how to bow hunt? So the most important thing that I can stress to anyone starting hunting or starting to get into bow hunting is invest in high quality equipment from the beginning. I didn't do that at first. I shot a lower quality bow and it made me very inaccurate, and it made me very, I guess, unconfident with myself and my abilities to shoot. And I almost didn't want to even keep doing it because I felt like I was embarrassing myself in front of Josh. I was frustrating myself, felt like I was wasting my time. Come to find out, it wasn't me, it was the bow. So make sure I would rather spend $150 extra on a super high quality bow and love the sport and be accurate and enjoy my time and enjoy it than try to skip corners or save money. And the bows right now are so high quality, you won't need to buy one every 4 or 5 years if you want.
Right.
So we absolutely love Hoyt. We shoot the Hoyt Carbon Defiant, and it's an extremely accurate bow. They actually dry fire their bows 1,500 times before they release a model to the market. They're extremely dependable, extremely accurate, and I would not be the hunter that I am, and I know Josh can vouch for this as well.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm allowed to chime in.
Yes.
And guys, if you're watching this video and you got a girl getting into the sport, do not get her a crappy bow. Get her a good quality bow. There's a lot of great companies out there. You definitely trust Hoyt. You know, Bowtech, Matthews, all those bows are great bows. Don't get me wrong, but I'm telling you right now, Sarah, when she picked up her Carbon Defiant, she immediately not only added more poundage to her bow because of the smooth draw, she was able to pull more pounds than normal. Actually, what was it, 7 extra pounds?
Yeah, so I went from about 54 to 60, and I could probably go up, but 60 is totally fine.
But Sarah's been also working at getting her draw weight up. So, but if your girl is, for example, pulling 35 pounds, just by her shooting a Hoyt, she can pull 40-some pounds, like say 45 pounds. That immediately, that's a big difference when it comes to killing an animal ethically. So again, invest into a good bow. Hoyt, you're not going to go wrong with Hoyt. You know, but another thing, you could be a world-class golfer, and if I give you really bad clubs, you'll be okay. You'll still be okay. But you know what? If you're a pretty bad golfer, but I give you really good clubs, it may make you an okay golfer. So the point of that analogy is, no matter whether you're good or bad, you still benefit from having good equipment. So invest into it, because I'm telling you right now, if that bow is drilling the bullseye every single time, and it's so much easier to learn on a bow that shoots really well than a bow that is bad that hits the bullseye every now and then. So please get high quality gear.
Yep. So speaking of bows, another question is my entire bow setup. So like we mentioned, I shoot a Hoyt Carbon Defiant. I shoot 60 pounds. I shoot an Easton Axis Arrow at 400 spine. I use a Spot Hog Fast Eddy sight. It's a 2-pin, but then you also have the crosshairs, so you can make it a 3-pin, which is really nice. I use a Fang Release. That'd be about it. Oh, a QAD drop away rest. I also use the Rage Hypodermics for my broadhead. When I am shooting turkeys in the head, I use the Magnus Bullhead broadhead. They're like the guillotine ones. Also, if you live in Columbus, Ohio, or the surrounding areas, I know our girl Marissa drove 5 hours to see him based on her recommendation, but we get all of our bow work done at Fisherman's Warehouse. It is also, this is another tip, I guess, for you guys. Find a pro shop in your area to, 1, test out bows, and to 2, do your bow work. They have helped me shoot. We cannot say enough positive things about Fisherman's Warehouse in Columbus. They're incredible. Mark, Stevie, Jeff.
That's another tip, guys. If you're a guy getting your gal into hunting, do not try to teach her anything yourself.
Do not do
that. Don't do it.
No,
don't do it. You know, take them to a pro shop, have professionals teach them. Even if you're a professional at a pro shop, you shouldn't be teaching your girl how to be shooting. Again, the reason for that, girls are always trying to impress their men, and they're not going to do real well the very first time they pick up a bow. So for them to save face, it's easier for them to not do it at all than to try to impress you and screw up. So again, they could care less if they're impressing, you know, a pro shooter or a guy that works at a pro shop. They don't care if they screw up in front of them. So trust me, if you want your girl to get into hunting, make sure she is learning from somebody else how to shoot, because it'll go a million times further if that's the situation versus you trying to train.
Plot twist, it's like 4 hours later, but we had some business calls. So I only have one more question, but I forgot to mention something about staying warm. Josh and I own heated socks from Cabela's, and they're the best things in the world, but they're rechargeable, so you don't have to buy batteries for them. It's really nice.
Yeah, those are really nice.
And then the last question that I wanted to answer was, someone asked how to increase your bow poundage, and I actually have a video a few months ago that I posted below somewhere. If you just search all our videos, you'll see it. So thank you guys for sending in all these questions. We'll do this hopefully more often. If you have more questions, comment below. We'll get to them as soon as we can. So thanks for watching. Subscribe, like the video, follow us on Instagram, all that fun stuff. But until then, we will see you guys in the next video.